Big 3, Fantasy Alarm TV. I'm your host, Ray Flowers. Let's talk some busts for Week 9 of the NFL season. And we'll start out with the number 5, as the number of touchdown passes allowed this season by the Denver Broncos defense. They are a difficult matchup for everyone. They might be the best defense in football to this point. Who gets to take them on this week? It's Andrew Luck. Now, Andrew Luck, supposedly, his ribs and shoulders are supposed to be okay. That's what we're hearing this week. I'm not buying it. Even if they are okay, Luck is making all kinds of poor decisions on the field. 5 of his 6 starts this season, he's thrown at least 2 interceptions. That is terrible. He's making mistakes. He's making bad decisions. He's forcing the ball. He does not look good. He does not look sharp at all. And in that matchup with the Broncos, Andrew Luck's not a top 10 quarterback this week. I know, but I would not have him in my top 10 this week. The touchdowns are there. He often gets yardage late in games, but I cannot trust Andrew Luck in the matchup with the Broncos. Second number today is 5, as the number of consecutive games in which Alan Hurns has scored a touchdown. That's a franchise record for the Jaguars. Yeah, where's that coming from? I'm not really sure. Blake Bortles can be really good. He can be really bad. Only once in all the times he's been on the field this year has he completed 60% of his passes. That's one of the reasons that in each of the last 2 games, Alan Hurns has only caught 2 passes. Almost impossible, James Jones, to continue scoring at that level of rate when you don't see that many targets, when you don't catch that many passes. Not a high volume number of passes other than 1 game this year have gone toward Hurns. But the fact is he simply can't continue to score touchdowns every game. It's just not possible. People banking on that are making a mistake. Just not a great play this week in Week 9. And then finally, the number 3, as in 3 running backs you need to be extremely desperate to be playing at this point, even in a PPR setup. And I mean like desperate, even with all the buys this week. Number 1 is Darren Sproles. Why are we still talking about Darren Sproles? He's got 1 offensive touchdown this season. He's got 1 game of 50 yards. Move on from Darren Sproles. Abdullah has got 1 game with 25 receiving yards. He's got 1 game with 50 rushing yards. He scored 2 touchdowns overall. We saw Joique Bell return. We saw Joique Bell have a really nice game. Joique Bell's role is going to grow. Where's Abdullah? He's not someone you should be trusting in Week 9. And then finally, how about this? 11.9 is in the points per game this season by Shane Vereen in a PPR setup. How many times has Shane Vereen reached his season total in an actual game this year? 3 of 8. 3 of 8. 37.5% of the time he's reached his season-long total. The rest of the time, he has not gotten to his season-long average. A couple of huge efforts really buoyed the value to this point of Shane Vereen. So we can't trust him in that Giants backfield, even with Arlene's Dorqua not having certainty in terms of his health for the Week 9 matchup. Big 3, Fantasy Alarm TV. Don't forget to visit us, fantasyalarm.com. We've got your Week 9 rankings. They're up, PPR, non-PPR. Check it out, fantasyalarm.com.